Hey man, this is like guns, knives, and watches, man. Of course, we've been working that there, man, getting that there insulation on that there hoodage, man. And we gonna do, man, hey man. When you talking about that there designage and that there square footage, man, each one of them there, man, tiles is a one a square footage type space, man. And everything that's in anything that you design, particularly the design elements that go into this kitchen, are no different than would go into a gun, go into a knife, go into anything else. Because you have to be able to design for the space. And you have to understand that when you talk about the cost or square footage of the space and how much is a knife per inch, how much does a gun, how much do the accessories, how much is the sight, what's the scope, what is this, what is that, dot, dot, dot. $9,000 for an air conditioner sounds expensive. $35,000 for a hood sounds expensive. So you've got certain square footage you're going to design for. There are design elements, of course, in this kitchen that aren't here anymore. There used to be a big mixer there. Of course, we moved that down to the basement and are creating a space for it, because for $1,000 I can create a space for it, and that gives me square footage up here, which moved it to where we have one table, another table, and then another table straight on. And what it did was, which you can't tell right now because we have the speed rack setting there, it softened up this corner. Which this corner before, in design elements, was a very hard corner. Came out here, well, it's about right there, man. So we softened it up to where it had better flow. Then we took this 6 foot, that there 6 foot table, man, that I had that there pass through, man, type, made, man, and then moved it over there. And of course we've got the little narrow 2-shelf thing there, which we're going to use. And of course there's shelving going to go up, but we have other things that are going to be done before the shelving goes up. So in reality, the design elements that go into this kitchen, it's not that expensive. Probably a little over $100,000. Isn't really that much, but think about it, $100,000. That you're coming in somewhere at a little over $1,000 per square foot. How much does a knife cost per foot? What elements go into that knife? What elements go into its manufacture? What elements go into this, there, or the other? So whenever you're pricing out any of your gear, which this is part of my gear, you have to take that into account. How much are you spending? What does it give you? Like we talk about this there, man, their tablage, man. At their table, man's got that there back 'em, splash 'em on it. Might move this table to the basement. Might get one that has rounded edges, similar to the front on both sides. It might be good for whoever's cooking here to be able to slide something across, possibly the person who's expediting, and then that backsplash will actually stop that. But anyway, how are you using the square footage under your table? It all matters. It all comes back to your survival pack is one thing. How you design something like this kitchen is a whole other thing. But they're still the same thing, because the same thoughts, the same this, there, the other goes into it. How much money does your backpack that you carry around, possibly in the back of your car, have in it? How much money do you have in all the kit that you put in it, and the things you think about, and the things that you have in your car, and the things that you have here and there and yonder, where, man? But anyway, man, hey, man. It's like guns, knives, and watches, man. You gotta think about that there, man. That there kittage, man. It's like, man, hey, man. Are you going to use something like quaternary ammonia, or are you going to use bleach? That's something to think about. Same as what kind of knife you have in your pack. What kind of things are you doing? What's your environment? What are you trying to exist in? What are you trying to accomplish? All of those things, how much do you want to spend? You need to take those design elements, you need to take those thoughts and apply them towards everything in your life. Cool little piece of kit, chef alarm. You know, turn the damn thing on, this, there, or the other, and it tells you all kinds of stuff, man. It tells you, man, some information, man. Well, it's me running. The battery's dead. Oh my God, my damn battery, man. Lord God Almighty. There we go. It doesn't like me. It's telling me, leave me alone. I want to go somewhere else, man. It's actually a high-low sensor. When I test all my ovens with this. Anyway, everything matters. I got a real, I got that there temperage sensor, but when I'm testing voltage, I use an analog. That's kind of funny. Just a cheap-ass analog. Later, man. This guy's not even watching, though. Think about the things you do, how much you spend on them, and what they actually benefit you, and how you actually use them in a real-world environment where you're stuck on the side of the road, or you do this, that, or the other, or your job, or how you arrange things in your desk, or what is your world, and how do you arrange it? Guys, nice and watches. Peace out, man. Hey, dude. Hey.